Hi everyone, you're welcome to another amazing episode of Heart to Heart with Bunmi Alabi. And on today's show, I just want to keep it real and simple. It's just a chat. And I have someone special in the house today. He's going to be in the room with me and we're going to do this together. We just want to keep it so simple and real. We talk about a lot of things, questions, dicey questions, and I believe you're going to enjoy this series. So please join me as I welcome no one but Ola Soetan, a.k.a. Secretplace Husband.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
I was saying earlier that I always call him Secret Husband, and sometimes I would have called that name. Maybe that Secretplace Husband is too long for me to call. I was just saying Secret Husband, Secret Husband. But one day I was like, this one I'm just calling him Secret Husband. Are you a Secret Husband? Spiritual husband. Maybe you're a spiritual husband, just as in no. Secretplace Husband. Let's just that Secretplace Husband. As in, how did you even come about the name?
Okay, so my wife started Secretplace Wives, and that's from the scripture, he who abides in the secret place of the Most High. So, I mean, he who dwells on the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the orders of the Almighty. So that's where Secretplace Wife came from. And definitely, if you have Secretplace Wife, then
Secretplace Husband. And I believe, maybe we are going to have Secretplace children very soon.
Secretplace family, secret.
Everything keeping it secret, but you are no more secret. You are everywhere now, and I see you are doing well. You are doing great on your page. Most time I want to get inspiration, maybe for my husband. Sometimes I will just go to your page. Let me see something. Let me see something on this page. I will just use to just hammer this guy. I will just tag you. Go and see your mate. Go and see his page. See what your mate are doing on this page. But I really love what you are doing, and I'm Secretplace fans.
In fact, I have more women following me than even men.
I'm a ghost follower. I follow you and I follow your posts. So when I see so many things, I follow you because I learned. All these are men. You guys, maybe you don't like learning something. You don't like maybe learning from each other. I don't know your response. Maybe from men. Do they really come? Do they learn from your page?
Men don't like anything serious about relationships. Serious relationship talk. Men really don't like it.
Why is it? But does that mean you don't have relationship issue?
Okay. So it's not a conversation that we are used to or an orientation that we have. If men are talking about, I mean, we have other things to talk about. I mean, we just this normal, but even if a guy wants to talk about relationship, we just say, "What happened? The wife called me. What's going on, man? My friend, go fix that up." That's the gist.
Your session, as in, do men really come for counseling?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Most times they can relate with some of the posts, and they would just hit me up and say, "I think we need to talk. I think you have an understanding of this. We can talk about it." And because I know how we are, so I make sure that the session is always very, very conducive, convenient, comfortable for them to, feel free and yes.
And I think maybe some men don't really like to talk. Men generally don't like to talk.
Yeah.
So it's we women that we
like to talk too much.
Even too little. Just straight to the point.
But you have to say, okay, I get it.
Ladies, you just want to let everything out.
It's like if you ask a man, he will just say, there's a man out there. Okay, and that's it. There's a man out there. But if you want to tell a woman, if you want to tell a man, you have to describe the man. There's a short man out there, a dark pair. I mean, you have to do
detail. We want to make you understand everything.
That difference is there.
Yeah, but for me, most of the clients I have, most of them are ladies. They come to me and they bring the guy to me and say, "Okay, I want you to have session with my guy." But it's the ladies that come first. Maybe because you are a guy, that's why guys come to you first.
Even so many ladies have been the one into. Some will even come to me like, "How can I bring my guy? What can I do?" I said, "Don't go straight to him and say, 'Oh, you have a problem. I think I know somebody who can fix you.' He will never come. All right, so
and I think maybe guys don't want to talk about relationship in a kind of serious setting, like maybe going for seminar.
they're they're afraid
When
of
we want
being
to talk about that, maybe it can make the environment, the atmosphere somehow relaxing. You know, when you guys have a lot of things you are dealing with already. So now say
because the most important thing at the end of the day is money.
Money, oh really money, but money is not everything.
After money.
Before I made my husband to understand the need for counseling, I asked him a question when I first finished my course, my counseling program. I asked him that, well, would you love to see a therapist, like maybe a coach, maybe for, I asked him that, what would you like to discuss with a therapist or a coach? What would you like to see a coach for? I said, probably maybe for a financial relationship coach. Okay? I can't just go and see a therapist for relationship, for marriage, for what? I can work it out. I said, but you've not been working it out all this way. Why can't you go to someone that can really help you? At least that's the benefit of having people like you, like us in this industry, because there's no way you can know it all. You need people that have really gone ahead with experience and different things to talk about. And I believe the way we are creating more awareness now for people to talk about, especially guys, because you guys, you bottle up a lot of things.
Yes,
you bottle up things. Maybe you are wired to keep things to yourself. Like you said earlier, just go straight to the point. But you have some things you go through that you don't talk about.
And it's part of the upbringing. So I mean, we're not used to being emotionally available. So I mean, it's not something you're used to.
But you are an emotional being. You cry. Do you cry? Let me even ask you. Do you cry? Yes. Have you ever cried?
Yeah. I can cry. Yes, when things touch me, I can. No, I've learned all the.
I hope it's not my friend that made you cry.
No. You know the funny thing.
And then can she even do something that will make you cry?
Yes, of course. You know the funny thing, because I'm in touch with my emotional side. And I can express myself emotionally. This is how I'm feeling. So I have that liberty, no judgment. Even if I have a room full of men, if I'm drawn and I feel like that is an expression, I let it out. Because I have that understanding already, so I can.
But if you do that where other guys are, don't you think they will make you feel like you are less of a man? Why should you be crying?
Well,
men don't cry.
It's an opportunity for me to educate those kind of people. So it's not something.
It's okay to cry.
It just didn't happen to me.
Guys,
I can explain.
So let's tell them now, guys. They say it's okay to cry.
It's fine to cry. It's an expression.
It doesn't make you less a man if you cry.
And you don't have to force tears. It doesn't because they say you have to cry, you have to force tears. No. But you can be in tune with pain. We avoid that a lot. Even when a woman is trying to tell you about the pain that she's going through, you don't want to listen because you don't want to connect with that side. We avoid all kinds of things like that. The only thing we want to hear is money or pleasure and stuff like that. When it comes to pain, complaints, we don't want to. So, and that's why that connection is not always there in relationship. That emotional connection is not always there because the guy is avoiding. He has built a wall. And it's so hard for the woman to scale through and reach him. And you need that connection. You need to reach him. So it's a serious problem. It's a lot of rewiring of your own mind.
Is it about the man or the woman? I think it's about the woman trying to understand maybe how to connect with the man. Because sometimes maybe perhaps we are communicating in the wrong way. We try sometimes we are communicating, but we are not passing a message across to you guys. You understand? So I think there's need for we women to really understand how to communicate in a way that will give you as a positive, not even positive response. At least the man will be able to understand what you are trying to pass across. Because if you are communicating and you are not getting response, but then there's no communication. You understand?
Just imagine someone having earpiece on or headset on, and you are talking to the person, and the person is not responding, and you just assume that the person was listening to you, get angry. So that's what is always happening between men and women. So a woman gets angry when the guy is not listening or is not responding. Like, I'm talking to you
and you're not.
So, but if you understand that, okay, this person has the earpiece on and may not hear what I'm about to say, so you have to first of all signal, get their attention first. Now talk. Do you understand? So men are always in that space of having their ears blocked. So I mean, so you
is it intentional blocking? You know, some guys do it intentional because they feel maybe the wife nags. Okay, she has nothing to. She's going to repeat the same thing. She has to say the same thing over and over. So I'm not to avoid that nagging. They create that wall, like you said earlier, and they try to prevent that as much as possible.
whether it's intentionally done or not, it doesn't matter.
But
It is still.
But you are doing it. You know it's bad. It's bad. It's not, you know, someone is just shouting, oh God, you know, it's trying to pass a message and, you know, they call it like Eras or Amagbesi. As in, you're just making me like, I'm shouting, I'm talking. I'm talking.
I'm just trying to protect myself.
To protect yourself.
Like, okay, are we going over that
Again?
Let me tell you something. When I just saw my wife, I came up with something. I let's say Atenumonja Jello. Like, I mean, you've said that before. You want to repeat that over and over again. That's witchcraft.
How she's not getting the response. If I'm not getting the response from my husband, I'll keep repeating the same thing over and over.
So this is how the communication should go, all right? Okay, so, you know, after talking, then, I mean, guys should always try to do this and give you feedback so that the person will know that, okay, you've heard. But one thing is that men don't give feedback. So he has heard what you said, he's working on it, he's trying to process it, he's trying to figure that out. But, you know, and you like, I've talked about this thing yesterday, you should have taken action today. How come this is happening? So you want to repeat it again, probably it's
Are you hearing or not?
So you want to repeat it again, like, I'm still on this thing, I'm still processing it. But he is not talking.
He's not talking. But you guys, I cannot see that. I understand my husband better now because it's like you guys, you are wired the same way. If in our first years of marriage, you know, I'm someone that I don't really talk, but my husband made me to be a talking person because I will talk anytime we have issue. I will talk. My husband will leave me to talk for like 30 minutes, 1 hour. After saying everything, he will just say, Motigbo. And I'll be like, upon everything I've said, trying to be detailed, the only thing you just tell me is you've heard. And you know, if that one is even better, he might not even say anything. You just keep quiet and just be looking at it and I'll be like, oh my goodness. As in, we will start another round of argument again. And you know, before I knew it that okay, this man is trying to process. I thought, but God, why is he taking you? As in, you're CPU. How long is it taking to process all these things? You know, sometimes actually maybe you guys need to really work on that. What are you processing?
You know the thing, that's why someone said men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Because, you know, sometimes a man assumes that the way he is with his guys is the way he can be with a lady. So that's the way he gives a gist. Like you just ask a guy, how is your day? I do okay, Jerry. I don't even understand Jerry. That work, I don't even understand them. He has given his own feedback, about how his day is being like, and the other guy is like, okay, I get it, don't worry, I get you. Do you understand that? You don't have to go into this. But if you ask a woman that question, she's going to go into, guess what happened? Immediately I stepped out of the compound, guess who I saw? You know all those things. So it's so easy for a man to just feel, and you know, you've had those kind of friendship all your life, now you're in a relationship and you just want to relate with a woman that same way. There will be a clash. And the same thing with a woman too. You know, a guy who's not used to all those, probably I'm watching a movie and my friend comes and I say, boy, how far is your day? Just give me that 1 or 2 summary and I continue watching my movie. But now, someone is going to take your attention away from the movie and it's not something you are used to. So, you know, it's just understanding this gender and knowing how to, that's why I said, okay, now you know that this person may not hear you, you need to get their attention. You just need to be patient, you know, to know, okay, I want to communicate to this person, I want to get this done, I want to get this across. It's not something that you are also used to yourself, so you have to learn it.
I think that's where the process of learning comes in. As a guy, once you are married, there's some things you need to learn.
But why is it that it's easier for women
to do what?
To learn about how to communicate to their children than to their husbands?
to their children.
Yes, a woman can be patient. They will give that excuse that this is because it's the same thing. You will give that excuse that okay, this is a child, this is a growing child, and other things. But you just assume and expect your husband.
You are a grown-up man, of course, that should actually a grown-up man. Yes, most of the time, you guys, you act like babies. You act like babies at times that you feel like you need to be nurtured, to be pampered. You know,
Raised by women.
Yeah, we know it. You know it.
Because you're pampering your children.
You are grown. You are grown.
Pampering your
You are
children.
grown up. I will believe that for you to be a married man, yes, you believe that.
Oh, really?
You have been detached. That's what the Bible says. A man will leave his father and his mother because the Bible knows that okay, you are man enough to make decisions, to know what to do, to know how to respond to something. But a child is just a child.
All the care and nurturing your parents gave you, are you going to leave them?
Of course.
Because you are pampering your children.
You don't expect your wife to just keep pampering you and nurturing you. Fine, your parents have done that enough for you.
Okay, so our wife is not pampering.
Yeah, we need the pampering, but at least
Men have suffered.
A child needs.
Men have suffered in this life.
Men, you need to grow. No, we give you those pampering. We will pamper you, we nurture you, but at the same time, please, we need to divert that attention on the child. They still need more of us. But you guys, as in,
we should sort ourselves out. Don't worry.
We'll
be fine, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm doing this language. They understand it.
Once you are married, relate with us like it. And don't relate with us as if you are still relating with the co-male. You understand? Like somebody was making a reference that okay, if a guy and a guy maybe had an argument and the way you know that they've really sorted that thing out, because how far now? Did you watch the match yesterday? But for a woman, I just assume, you want to assume that your wife will just hello babe, give me my food now. And you feel the argument, the fact is gone. No, you have to call me. Let's talk about this. For me, let me talk about. For me, I will start from what really caused the fight. How did you respond to it? How did I expect you to respond to it? How that thing made me feel? And how I want you to respond to me later. So we need to discuss step by step. Yes.
Seriously,
step by step. Yes, of course.
The guy will leave the room. If you want to kill a guy, just say, let's talk.
That is it. Oh my goodness.
You've killed a man. What to say?
You know what I do? Anytime I call my husband, my husband will be beside me. Once I say, honey. When I say honey, you know maybe there is a tone.
No, there's a tone. No, there's a tone. That honey. You're like,
Kí ló dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀?
What's happening?
Kí ló dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀? And I was like, guys, no. I said, no. There's a way. I said, there's a way. He said, but we have been flowing. We were flowing before. I would just stop and say, I would just say, honey. You'll be like, but we've been talking before. I said, I want to change.
Alarm, really, alarm. You're like back down, like, danger.
Oh my God. He would be like, I said, I want to change the story. I want to change our discussion. So I need to change my tone of calling you. So he will be preparing his mind like, okay, what is going to happen?
Oh God.
You know,
I know it's a hot seat for guys. You know, I'm not kidding. It's a hot seat.
You know, but that's why we have, because we need to talk to you. We want to make sure that that message is passed to you, so that you know that we are serious. Maybe
even when it comes to money, a man just wants to know the total. Please, can you give all those things? Okay, so how much are we talking about? Really? Let me just go straight to the point. How much are we talking about? Can I afford it or not? Let me know.
But some guys want to know the detail. How I'm going to spend the money. Some guys want that.
Some guys. You know the thing is that as much as we have different on that spectrum, there are different kinds. You always meet men at different points. We're just talking about most men generally. There are some that they are the ones that will sit you down and say, look, let us break this down. Let us, it depends. Sometimes I have friends like that.
But some women don't like that for men.
And even sometimes women complain about that. Why? Men that can sit you down and say, yeah, let's break this thing down.
Why should you that? Why should you know how I spend the money?
Okay.
I'm the one that go to the market every day. I know do you know the price of palm oil in the market now? I'm the one that knows everything.
It's accountability.
prices change. As the price of things changes, and you can't know, you don't have the time. Just give them the money. You don't need to know the details of how I spend the money.
But really, why would some women have a problem with men who are interested? Some are interested. They want to know.
Accountable, how you spend every detail.
Some of them are trained like that. Some of them probably those people that studied accounting, economics, and things like that. And because of the trust issues that we have with women, when they say there is no money, when a woman says she doesn't have money, you'll be wondering like she doesn't have money. So a man wants to know that, okay, is she taking out of the money that I've given to, and all these things. You know how our mothers used to do now, they keep some money back for themselves and
so who the money they are keeping back, who did they send, who did they spend it for?
They are saving, they are saving for the family, but we need transparency. That's what we need, transparency. So we're not saying don't save it.
We're not spending your money, it's the family's money. I think, okay, for guys, I think that's part of the things couples should discuss before getting into marriage, as in how this accountable.
Yeah, they should just be comfortable talking about.
Yeah, there are some guys that really don't care about that. Okay, how you spend the money, okay, this is what you need, just tell me the total money and I'm going to give you. I don't care how you spend it. I do that. Yeah. You care how you spend the money. Yours is just to get food. Make sure you get things like
Yes, let me just.
Because at the end of the day, we still spend the money for the family. So now for a man that will not tell me, how much you buy this, how much is on your, I don't really.
But I think we are all adults, and there are some things you will find comfortable, some conversations you will find comfortable, some things you are comfortable with. It doesn't mean I'll be comfortable with it. Like, questioning, it's, if you ask a woman, it's easier for you to, question a woman's movement. Probably they've been used to it, or growing up, like they are used to, telling the parent, about their movement. Guys, once they step out, parents don't even care. You'll find this way. So you're not in a marriage, and the woman is asking you, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Those questions.
Don't you think it's right? Don't you think it's right for me as a wife to know the movement of my husband?
Okay, so
as in vice versa. Do you think?
No, it is right. It is right. It is right. No, but we have to. That's why I'm saying that you have to understand the psychology of the person you are dealing with. Do you understand now? You want to ask something, you are going to an area is not used to. Do you understand now? You're going to, it's like, is defined his independence and freedom by those things. Because that's how I knew that, yes, I'm now of age. Because when I go out, my parents are not asking me, they're not troubling me about where you're coming from, where you're going. And that's because they believe that, yes, I can take care of myself now. So I've really, really attached so much to that culture. All right. So now I'm in marriage, and I brought that with me, that knowledge with me. It's not a baggage, really. Okay, probably because so I brought it into marriage, and now it just imagine me, you sitting there, and I'm just coming in, and you're asking me those questions. Like the first thing that my mother, what's going on? Even my mother cannot ask me this question. So so you are now. It is not just a question, but you are questioning his independence. You are touching into his freedom, those sides, those things that he probably is trying to protect, like years, and is defined himself with. So it's not just a question.
I don't feel it's right for a woman to see a man coming in and ask where is he coming from.
That's the thing.
There could be an underlying issue there, perhaps trust issue, perhaps something has happened before. Then I think before a man goes out, it's right and normal for him to tell the wife that, okay, I'm going out, I'll be branching this place, you might not even tell her.
But sometimes what can encourage a man probably telling you more of those things. Okay, for instance, this is something I do, and it's not even just because, okay, I do it for everybody. Do you understand now? When I see you, the first thing I want you to know is that I care about you. So even if I've been waiting for you and you delayed me for like an hour or 30 minutes, after seeing you, I don't attack you. Like, you can't see, you kept me waiting. I'm going to ask for your welfare. How you doing? How do you feel? How did you get here? Are you okay? Are you comfortable? Then I now talk about the first thing is, so because once I go ahead with probably with an accusation, attacking you, I'm going to lose you. And every conversation, that's the premise for every other conversation we're going to have in after that time. So I'm talking to somebody who is not settled, who is not feeling okay, who is feeling like there's something they need to do to redeem themselves, redeem their image. They're not feeling too good. Is that the kind of person you want to be relating with? Even if you want to talk business, want to talk anything with that kind of person, they are not really themselves. They are feeling guilty. They're feeling, somebody who's not really comfortable. Do you get now? So you won't even make it easier for them to apologize to you, to respect you, to like, okay, also I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. Do you understand? So I mean, and that's something that you can practice with friends. And so you have your husband or your wife coming in or anything first of all, seek about their welfare. You're welcome. How are you doing? What are you doing? After they've settled and you now talk about it, like, what happened? But you came late. What happened? I was waiting. Then you let them know how you feel. I was waiting. I was worried. I tried to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I said, so that person will not be like,
So she really cares.
Can you imagine? Do you see that? Is that not sweeter? But imagine you just enter like this and like,
Is the look now? Is the look? I will just open the gate. I'll just go inside. I'll just walk inside. Once now comes back on bed, I won't even ask her anything because number one, you have delayed the normal time you're supposed to come home, and you're coming in late now. And I'm just go to bed. Hello, it's the attitude for me. Everybody will just go their ways, but we are learning day by day. The normal house will be like, okay, why should this person keep me waiting? And you can't even call. You can't call. You can't say. In fact, for me, sometimes I could even be calling my husband because I get worried anytime he goes to work and he's not calling, he's not responding. In fact, his boys, they know me already. I know the ones that his phone is always on. I'll just call, hello, are you guys okay? I know you just walk in and just be flaring, and I'll be like, see the person I'm dying on top of. He's not even caring and just didn't even bother about somebody is waiting. Even before I had my child, I had that issue a lot. I would stay indoor from morning till night. This guy won't call me, and while we were dating, this guy could call me as he's going to work, as he's going to shoot, he will be calling me. And now that we got married,
you are now at home.
Yes, I'm at home. Why are you guys like that? Because I think I discussed that with someone as doing one of my my seminar. I said, why are you guys more romantic when you are after women? And once you just have what you're looking for, all those romance.
No, the thing is that there's you now have to find another purpose for what you're doing. If you don't understand and try to bring in a new reason for what you're doing, that's where it will end. So while you are away, it doesn't know where you are. It doesn't know what's going on around there, so it's checking. So that's why it was doing that. Now that you are home, okay, I know I left the condition of the house. She should be fine, she should be fine.
That is a wrong assumption. Why should you say she should? So then that I was away, why didn't you have that assumption that, okay, she should be fine?
No, you were out of his jurisdiction. He had little or no control over that place.
That is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. So why is it because you now have her at home, you assume that everything should be fine, you put everything in place. You have provided.
The man will tell you, I provided everything you need. If you say you need to turn on the gen, call on this person.
Call on Musa.
So it's almost like while I'm away, I want to, men, where our gift, our energy is always in one direction. Okay, I'm going to work. Your mind, your focus is there. You're going to pour yourself out there. So let me just put things together at once.
That time, were you not working that time? The time you were after her?
Okay, yeah, yes. And the funny thing is that thankfully, eventually, now I have her. So I can rest.
You have oh my goodness. No. So your mind was not at rest there because you were pursuing a goal. Now that you have achieved the goal, you feel that's where most of you guys lose it because you feel like, okay, I've achieved the goal, now let me relax. That's why most of you lose the goal because you don't nurture it. When you are planting something, you're planting a seed. You need to nurture it, give it.
I agree that you need to, as I said, you need to find a new purpose to continue the culture. All right, something you started already, you have to continue it. But I'm trying to let you understand how men think so that, when you are relating with them, it will be easier for you to see where it's coming from and know, okay, if you're going to communicate your need, how he would understand, easily reason with you. Okay? So for instance, that this same thing, you can tell him and say, when you were looking for what you're looking for, this was not how you were doing,
Of course now.
Now look at that message, and you think you're passing a message, whereas you are dissing him. Do you understand now? And they'll be like, what should I do? What do you tell me tonight? So, you guys be having that back and forth. Okay, but imagine you now saying, this thing you were doing while we were dating actually made me always feel so secured. I just believe that, okay, even though I'm fine, but you checking again, makes me feel so secure. And you communicate that. And
you even said as if we ladies we are just that calm. You guys, sometimes you need some bass for you to get the message. If you're trying to just be calm and just pass the message that way, you might not take it too serious.
The thing is just that, you see, those things you were doing then, I love them, I appreciate them. This was how it made me feel. This is the purpose it serves. All right, it is good. If you continue it, and you're also still doing it to make us better. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So it is not like you are now using something good that he did against him. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So, it takes wisdom. Even when I'm talking to guys, I always break down the way women are to them. Okay, this is the way women are. So this is how you have to communicate this. Because when you're talking like this is how it will be received. Do you understand now? You're saying it this way, but this person is receiving it this way. You're saying it this way, this person is receiving it this way. So you always be having that communication challenge. But if you know that the person I want to communicate to, this is the language they understand, so you have to learn their language. It's just what it is.
Maybe from that, we should now talk to the guys that whatsoever you can continue, why should you start it?
No, the problem is not about that's one. Whatever you can't continue.
Whatsoever you can continue, why continue?
But the thing is that what should never stop is learning.
Yes, guys should never stop learning how to make himself.
Learning.
And I don't pretend to do what you cannot do. Some people, they can do anything to get a woman. There are some guys like that they can do anything to get a woman, and once they get her, they just change.
That's why they need to always, when a man is chasing and every other thing, I always tell women, bring him for counseling.
Guys, no, is it guys?
These ladies now, once he comes,
yes, tell him
that. I don't mind, everything. But what do you think about counseling? What's your view about counseling? What do you think about, going for therapy? What do you think about it?
So what you're saying in essence now is that we women need to go as in learn how to relate with you, to learn how to communicate with you. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's not only women that need to learn. Guys too need to learn. Both parties should be open to learning. Throughout their life together, they should be learning. So that's why it's always advisable that, they join platforms where they can learn. The book sessions, it's not. There's nothing wrong with having a third party, but let it be a professional, not probably just a family member or something. Let it be a professional. You can talk to a professional. You can book sessions, go for therapy, go for counseling, go for couples retreats. Anything to keep your relationship or marriage going forward and better.
Okay. Thank God you're balancing it, because I'm already feeling like, okay, does that now mean that we are the one that don't know how to relate with you well? I believe it's learning is for both of us.
That's what I say.
And we women, we are more prone to learn. We learn easily. It's you guys that I would even have advice to learn more. It's women that goes for seminars, for training, relationship talk. We come to counseling. We come for counseling. Right, so I want to talk to the men too. That
I get that a lot. You share something, or I get some pages, or I've been tagged. They say, oh yeah, they're always talking to women. It's women that go for this, women that are being talked to, women that, and I agree with that fact. But the truth is that even the Bible says that God wants us to be doers and not just hearers. So I mean, it's not so much about, okay, how many seminars you've attended, how many conferences, how much are you putting into practice, how much are you doing, okay? So I mean, I understand, I appreciate the fact that yes, they're open to going, but as much as it is good to go, it is good to do.
So this is where we're going to wrap it up on Just a Chat. Join us again next week as I'm going to bring to you another hot topic. So kindly like this video, comment if you have any question about this video, or you have a topic you would like us to discuss. Kindly send a message to me, or you drop it in the comment below. Share this with your friends and loved ones, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.